Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. This is probably going to be a little bit longer than usual because today I want to tell you my story, or at least some part of it. So I have, since I was very young, actually as far as back as I consciously can remember, I felt different. Like, it was really hard for me to understand people and what they did, and yeah, I'm very sensitive, and you probably are as well since you're here. So it just takes a wrong look, a certain tone, or just one word to kind of hit you. Just it hits you hard when you're very sensitive. I remember one of the first things where I was like, what's going on? Why is I was at home with my best friend at the time. We've known each other since birth, and we were playing around and going up the stairs. We had these stairs that was kind of going up um, to our rooms upstairs, and I remember she did this, kind of hit me in the stomach, so kind of I don't remember what it's called, but it hurts. And I just remember thinking, why did you do that? That hurt. Why would you do that? And all the way through my life, I've been thinking that several times. I can't see anything for the sun right now, but you can see me, so it's most important. So I just remember that I've had these thoughts that were different. I'm very into life and all life, so people hurting other people or animals, I cannot have that. It doesn't matter which kind of animals it is or which people. It's just wrong to me. And so all of these things that were like, where I could kind of feel, I don't think that, or that's not how I see it, or this is not the way I want to live my life. This is not how I do it. And I could see everybody else doing it. That made me feel wrong and different and weird, but mostly, wrong, because I feel this, but everybody else is feeling something different. So that made me, and I was very young, at that time, so it's like 4 or 5 years. So I started to fit in, because this is what we do as kids when we need to survive. That's our instinct. That's our brain telling us you need to survive. So to survive, I had to fit in. I had to change myself in some way. Not saying what I think, because if people didn't like me, then I wouldn't be protected. I wouldn't be safe. I would die. This is basic instinct. If we're not taken care of as infants, we're gonna die. So this is something we all do in some way, and I've done it a lot, actually, just until recently, some years ago, where I started to get back into myself. Because when you try to fit in as much as I did, and you probably also have, because you're listening to this right now, you felt different, you felt wrong, you tried to fit in. So what happens is that you lose yourself, because you become a completely different person. So it's not until, like I said, very recently, I have been working a lot on rediscovering myself, finding out who I am, because I so easily can kind of take on other people's things, and I can see their opinions and their views. So it's hard for me to kind of figure out what's mine and what's other people's. And also, I'm an empath, so I take everything in. But when the first time I kind of felt like I really belonged, like these are people that understands me, that gets me, that I I felt just some kind of belonging where I could be myself, is when I really got into the spiritual world. It was actually through a business course, but it doesn't matter. She was very spiritual, my mentor, and this community, I just remember that we just connected, we just clicked right away, because they understood me, so I didn't have to explain myself all the time. I didn't have to feel like had to defend myself, because that happens a lot too. Like, why do you do this? Why do you think that? I do that a lot. You probably have that as well when you feel a little bit different. So this was the first time where I was like, I felt like I belonged. I could really relax and be myself. But still, in some ways, I felt a little bit different. And but this is where it kind of started. Also, in my dancing community, when I started dancing, this is another community where I felt like also kind of belonging, but definitely not in the same to the same extent as the spiritual world. So if you are here right now, it's probably, if you're still listening, it's because you resonate with this. You feel different. You've been the weird one. Actually, back in school, when I was when we teenagers, I was the weird one. I was called crazy, and I didn't mind, because I knew I was weird, and so I might as well just take that on me. I was the weird one, the crazy one. They called me. So you can resonate with that in some way, this feeling of being different. And I actually think that if this is you and other people, girls and women who feel like this, it's because we are here for a certain purpose. And you probably have a bigger or different purpose than most people. And that's why you feel different. That's why you feel weird. Because you're here to do something that no one else is doing, or you're here to start something that no one else has done before, or you're here to help others in a way that they can't. And this is why you have to be you probably, or maybe you're the first one. And if you're that, you have to kind of stand out, because that's how you can help people. I hope that makes sense. And I just made another video, how to find your passion or your purpose, which is the same. Your purpose is your passion. So if this still resonates with you, and you're like, you can feel you're here to do more, you can feel like there's more to life than and yes, you feel different, but in a good way, go listen to that. I will link it below, so you can watch that. It's very, very simple and easy, and I think like 5 minutes, how to find your purpose, how to find your passion. So thank you so much for listening. And to all my weird ones out there, thank you for being here. You're here for a reason, and you're on earth for a reason, so you're different for a reason, which is a good thing. So what I love to do, and my kind of work, is to help you accept all of these weird parts, all of these parts that you're ashamed of, and to help you accept them, so you can become whole again. Because right now you might have, your whole life has, because you fit it in so much, you have pushed away those sides of you that were shameful, that you felt was weird and you felt was wrong and different, so you could fit in. But it's time to put them together. It's time to become whole for you. It's time to accept and love all of those sides, so you can love yourself, love your body, so you can become stronger. Because right now, at least that's how I felt weak, because I was different and because I was uncertain of myself and all of this. So it's about getting confident about who you are and who you are not. It's about finding the courage to be who you are, and then go out into the world and do this purpose, do this thing that you're here for. Find your way and go do that. Be who you are and shine in the world, because you might have heard this before. When you are you and you shine as the person you are, you allow others to do the same. So if you're trying to fit in, you can't do that. So this is what I'm kind of currently where I am in my journey, shining my light, sharing who I am, and being the weird and spiritual and all of those other things, young women. So you can do the same, and you can help others do the same, or whatever your purpose is. So if any of this resonates with you, I will link the video below, how to find your purpose, and also to join my group. If you can feel like this resonates with you and you want more, go there. This is where all the magic happens. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Like it if you really enjoyed this video. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.